Hi, Fabio. Whoever else is there, somebody there. See if I can get this one out today, I don't know. Just realised something today. I wrote some notes for a change, so if I get distracted, I can go back to it. Though I won't be able to read probably what I've wrote because this is what keeps happening at the minute. Stuff keeps coming out and then I can't remember. So it was going to be a chat about this word, love, which a lot of people that I've been seeing lately are really going on about, love. We need more love in the world. There's just a lot of this word being used lately, but I'm never going to believe you. Never going to believe me. But apart from, oh yeah, go on. What happened? Before I start waffling. You awoken to some things. What happened? You're going to tell me before I start? Well, I'll carry on. If it comes up, I'll... Oh. Got a sore head. Hi, Hippie Mandy. Well, yeah, things in the sky. Seeing stars. Well, the thing is... oh, hi, you're on as well, Christian. I don't know if this is going to make any sense to anyone, but I'm just going to try and waffle and get it out, even though I've written it down. And we'll just see. But there's some strange things going on in the world at the minute, I think. For people who don't get what I'm talking about, it doesn't really matter. People are a little bit awake to some stuff at the minute, you'll understand. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just going to talk about, because I think I'm awake now. People might be sick of hearing people saying this lately, but I am. And when you're awake, you seem to notice more things around you. Because normally we've got our head stuck in our phones and stuff. We're not, like I've said in past videos, we're not very, what's the word? It's just gone out of my head. We're not very mindful. Oh, I've been awoken. Whoa, was I emotional this weekend? But out of the depths of being very emotional and upset, you do rise out of it. So, but I'm not talking about that. So, yeah, I'm very aware. But you're aware more when you start seeing things around you. People going about synchronicity, this, that and the other. That was happening last year and I didn't really realise what it was. It probably was, Fabio. And I mean that not being funny. I mean, I know. And other things that have been happening lately. And I was going to talk about this today anyway, but I was just waiting for the opportunity to do it when Finn was having a nap. So I went on YouTube to watch. I love watching Infinite Waters. If you don't watch him, go and check him out. His channel's great. If you're into all that sort of stuff, like spirituality and stuff. Teal Swan and that. But I was watching Infinite Waters and something he said in his, and I was like, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to do. And then I just watched another video of someone, I can't remember, on a concept of something. And they've just, I don't know if I showed it yesterday because I can't remember. I did it with evil. When you flip evil round, it says live. So don't live in fear of evil. If you turn it round, it's live. And I also swapped the word round love, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So, because I'm always like, people wondering why, sometimes it's hard when you're single to find someone, and I've been single for quite a while now. Not that it's about being single, but I'm quite happy at the minute that I am single for the first time in my life. Because, sorry if I don't look at the chat because it'll just distract me. You can talk among yourselves, but there is that saying of, what is it? Love at first sight, or I'm very happy. I've been a bit sad over the weekend just of things I'm finding out around the world and stuff, but I've learned that I've got to push on and just get the positive vibes out there, especially this one, because this is the biggest one ever, is love. But this isn't about what's going on. It's a sort of, it's my story, but you'll get it. But we do normally go off looks when we look for a partner. Don't care what anyone says, you are normally, not everybody, but normally go off look. So when I said I've been on the dating sites or anything like that, you do swipe off somebody's looks first, and then you'll go and open up their thing and you'll look what they've said. Doesn't mean that it's true what they've said, because they're only words. Love is, to me now, only a word. It only has meaning if you put an action to it. Anyone gets that? Meaning, this will be upside down and back to front as usual because I never can get it out. But what I mean is, when I was with somebody, I have done this story before, but I would, like, say on Valentine's Day, and this will probably come up a couple of times, but say on Valentine's Day, everyone, no, I don't mean everyone does this because people might be awake. I really truly don't think that on Valentine's Day now, next year, if I'm with someone, yeah, it is 50-50. If I'm with someone, I don't think I'm going to be that bothered about Valentine's Day if somebody didn't, or if I'd celebrate or whatever. But then again, it depends if, you know, you like doing on that, because it is really a commercial thing now. I think about it with things that I'm learning, because you may have been with people that your partners, or, you know, whatever, where I've, you know, been with someone and they've got me a Valentine's present on Valentine's Day. That's why I brought myself something on Valentine's Day, because I'm on my own anyway, but I just brought myself to love myself. That's why I say you've got to love yourself. Because they'd buy me a present and they'd buy me a card, and obviously if they didn't, they know that I'd be upset, because I'd be like, that means they don't love me because they didn't buy me a card or a present. But no, it's totally the opposite way round. If that person is buying you a card or a present or whatever it is, chocolates, whatever it is, then you'll be moaning you're fat when you've had chocolates. If then after Valentine's Day, you know, because it was just a day, they continuously in the time that they're with you, treat you like crap, speak down to you, don't show in action that they love you, that means they don't love you. You can't, don't know if anyone gets what I mean, you can't, love is an easy word, it's given out very freely, and it's sort of false in a sense, as in, hi, is it Charlene? Hi. Love is we all love the word love, but it's quite freely given out, as in, if you're just telling someone you love them one day, but then your actions the next day are hurtful and harmful and they hurt that person, like this person would get me something on Valentine's Day, but their actions normally in the week, the month, the year, just upset me all the time. I'd be crying, I'd be upset, I'd be hurt, abusive language, you know, abuse in different ways. That is not, oh, it's okay, that is not, that's not love. For example, if, I've wrote all this down and I'm not even looking at it now. If, like I said, Valentine's Day, so you've got an example there of, everyone says that, I hate it. If someone when you're with buys you something on Valentine's Day, says that they love you, so for that day you're like, oh, they love me because they brought me something. Yeah. But then the next day they're not bothered, like, they'll go out and say it's near the weekend and you're like, oh, we're coming back at this time, and they don't come back at that time, and they're sort of like disrespecting things and stuff like that. You always say that. You know, they just carry on through the year to just not be there for you. Like, if you were ill, and you really are ill, you know, you've got really bad flu or something, I don't know, and your partner turns around and says, because I've had this, oh, get a grip of yourself, you know, get over yourself, you've only got a cold, just get up and, like words that make you, because inside you're going to start feeling, oh, you're not. But if your partner that's in words, not words, sorry, in actions, that's in their actions showing you that they don't really care. If they cared truly for you, they would say something on the lines of, oh, you're right, hon, or what, whatever. Do you want a hot cup of tea? I'll go and make you some soup. Handmade soup would be nice. I'll go and put some soup on for you, keep cozy, I'll make you some soup, It'll pass in a couple of days, I'll look after you. How do those words and those actions make you feel? Of course they make you feel loved, because someone's saying nice words to you, and in action they want to look after you. They're not just like being nasty. So now I look at something, and it woke me up this morning, because those of you who've got kids, Finn was playing this morning. I was a bit distracted by something, and we all get a bit snappy when we get distracted. So he'd done something, and I asked him to tidy it up. I don't know what it was, and he wouldn't do it. So obviously I raised my voice. I didn't shout at him, but I raised my voice, which I don't like doing because he doesn't like it. Obviously he gets upset. But straight after that, because I'm not normally thinking, I said, because we always say we love each other every day, but then, like I say, you've got to prove by your actions. I shouted at him. Well, I didn't shout at him. I raised my voice, told him to put whatever it was. So he started getting upset, and then straight I went in and said, I love you, it's okay, I love you. And then I was thinking, I'm saying I love him, but through actions I raised my voice to him, if you get what I'm saying. So to truly love somebody, you've got to put the action in as well. I'm not saying you can't say the word love, I'm just saying sometimes words are cheap. And if what I'm trying to say is, if you wrote down everything, is the person you're with, it could be a new relationship, can you see being with them for the next so many years, being with that person? Like, are they on the same level with you? Because I've noticed now that when I've gone on dating sites and stuff, yes, you normally do go off what they look like, and I've tried to look at the profile, but someone writing their profile doesn't mean it's true, because some people try to big the profile up with the words and what they like to do for the hobbies and stuff like that, just to make them either sound more exciting, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, or different, to maybe try and attract somebody different, because they say opposites attract. But now I'm thinking, opposites attract have never actually worked for me, and the things that I'm learning in this world today now is look at, like, the opposite to me. Oh God, this is hard to say. Some of the things I've seen lately are upside down and inside out, and the wrong way around, meaning if you've been told something's right, it's not always right. It's probably the thing that you don't think's right. But in the case of me wanting a partner, I think I need a reflection of myself, which is the things that I like, not the opposite thing that I like, if you get what I mean. So if I'm slowly going plant-based now, and there's certain bits in my spirituality that I like, I do need that reflection in someone, because I know that the things that I know now of waking up, that if I get with a person who's not awake, maybe their awakening might be okay, but if they're not awake, I'm not going to be able to have the sort of conversations I want, that we're just not going to understand each other. And I realise that now, that the things that I was looking for, you lust after somebody at first in a relationship. I'm not saying everyone does, but you lust after everybody. Lust is greed. Greed is evil in a way. Well, it is. It is evil, because greed is where the world is getting themselves in trouble at the minute, because money, everyone thinks money is power, and money is the root of all evil, and that's what the saying is, and that's what it is. So if you're lusting all the time, I see it like, if you're in a relationship, yeah, you lust at the beginning, but you have got to see, I know I've gone quite deep after seeing what I've seen. If you lust for someone at the beginning, but when them blinkers come off, because we do that, we can't say we don't, because we do. You're going to go off someone's physical attraction first, but you have to look through that in the end. If you're with someone who's physically attractive and you can look past that and their actual soul inside them is attractive too, well, you're on a proper winner there. But sometimes you've got to look through the aesthetics, I can't say it, of our physical self and look at someone's insides as well as in the soul, like how they come with their actions and how they speak with their words, and you know what I mean, because I'm trying to explain this. I wrote it down. I'm so rubbish. I know you know what I mean. But you lust for someone at the beginning. See, I wrote this down and I just can't see it. You lust for someone at the beginning, and then see if I can find it. I think it's it. So you lust for someone at the beginning because you do go off attraction, but that's on the outside. If they're the sort of person that's lusting all the time and they're not actually looking at the person inside, that they're thinking, yeah, I'd spend my time with them, you know, it doesn't have to be forever, but if it's so many years, whatever, I want to be with that person. I see the actions in that person are good, not just the words, the actions, because words don't always mean everything. Yeah, inner beauty. So if you're getting with a person who's lusting all the time, and if you're that person that just lusts all the time, which equals greedy, that means when you get with a lusting person, be a man or a woman, if they're always lusting after something, greedy after something all the time, always wanting that next big thing, they are probably going to be the people that you will find out have cheated on you and this, that and the other, because they're always lusting. They haven't... If you're loving someone and not lusting, you'll lust at first, but if you are loving somebody, you are giving, you are grounding your feet on the ground, you're grounding yourself with that person. You're respecting that person. That person's not going to cheat because they want to be with you, the inner you. They see you inside what you are. They want to be with you. The love is about trust as well. So if it's somebody who is that, you know, not lusting, loving, they're not going to cheat on you. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to disrespect you. They're not going to put you down and all that, because if it's a reflection of you, and like I said before, we are all one, and treat yourself how you wouldn't want to be treated. You wouldn't cheat on yourself, would you? You wouldn't put words down to hurt yourself. You wouldn't... Do you know what I mean? So I don't always think now that is, opposites attract. It is for some people maybe, but now I'm seeing for me, I'm just saying this is just me, how I'm thinking now. I've got to reflect myself. It's the next person's got to be a reflection of myself. But I'm not bothered about meeting anyone anymore. Well, I don't mean I'm not going to meet anyone. I know it's going to happen, but I know now. I'll show you what's happening with me now. This is happening. And where I say about things are upside down, back to front, this, that and the other, watch this. This came to me in bed the other night with the evil and the live thing, and now love is backwards. Evolve. We think we know what love is, but when we truly find out what love is, it evolves us to know what real love is. That's what I think. Love the other way around is to evolve. We're told what love is, we're told what to say, but like I said, actions speak louder than words. When you realise that actions speak louder than words, you will evolve. And there's certain things that you might break away from now, like I said, Valentine's Day has got no meaning in it if you are just giving somebody, and I'm only using that as an example, something on Valentine's Day, but the rest of the year, whenever, you're treating them like, you know, like something on the bottom of your shoe. Then therefore you do not love that person. If you're with someone who does that on Valentine's Day but doesn't show you in the year, do they really love you? Because Valentine's Day, they're just doing it because they expect that you want something to show you that they love you, and they're being told to do it in a sense. You want someone who just does it off the back, gets you a gift out of the blue because they want to show you how much you love you. It's not like you can't have a gift off someone, yes, but why does it have to be on Valentine's Day? If you get what I mean. Like I said before, when you're ill, Hi. Is it Life with... Oh, I can't say your name. Like when I said when you're ill. I've had that off partners before. Oh, get over yourself. Oh, just get up. It's nothing, you know. Life works. If they were showing you love, they'd be showing you through actions of wanting to care for you, and, you know, they're not just with someone. You don't want to be with someone who's only with you just because of your looks, because I'm not being funny. As we get older, looks fade away. It doesn't matter if you're having plastic surgery or whatever. Looks do fade, and it's the essence of yourself that is left. So if you're with someone, whoever, and you're thinking, oh, in my case, oh, he's really fit, he's good looking, those looks will change, but it's all right. He can treat me bad because he's really good looking, and loads of women are after him, you know, and lusting after him, but I've got him, so it makes me look really good. Or it makes me feel more empowered because loads of girls are after him. Well, when them looks fade, which he'll probably go anyway, when them looks fade, do you really want to be left with someone when you're later on in life with someone who's just a bit of a narcissist, you know? Hi, Dragon Lady. A bit of a narcissist, and hasn't really got your, like, you know, just doesn't really care for you, really. Just cares all about themselves, me, what they want. Not really bothered about giving, because love is about giving. And it's not about wanting to receive something back, but normally out of that, you will get things back out of someone else's love because they want to give, and that's how it works. You don't give love to receive. You don't give gifts to receive, but if you get something back from that, it's because they want to give love to somebody. That's why I've always said, I've had lovely messages off here, people over the pond, private messages about how I'm helping them on here, through here. And I love that. I genuinely love that. Even if it's just a handful, I can't even speak now, handful of people. But does anyone get what I'm trying to say? Is don't just get with someone initially because of the way they look, because when that fades away, it's the essence inside that is what you need to be looking at as well. Not, like I said, you could get with someone who's good looking, doesn't mean the essence inside the soul isn't good. But you do get a lot of people who are, you know, too into themselves, and they're not really bothered if they're nasty to people, because they just think, well, I'm beautiful, so it doesn't matter. I can treat people the way I want to treat them because he won't go anywhere or she won't go anywhere because I'm so good looking, and they just want to be with me. Well, in the end, they'll wise up and think you're an ugly person inside, because that's what it is as well. You can be beautiful on the outside, but if you're an ugly person on the inside, people will see through it. In the end, they'll wake up, even if it takes them a couple of years. It took me a couple of years to wake up to somebody, because at the end of the day, love is a great word, but it's used it's used a lot just to throw at people to sort of feed their emotion. Like I said that to Finn this morning, like, oh, sorry, I love you. It's easily given out, the word, but it's the actions that you need to be looking for. Oh yeah, they do wake up. I've had a massive big awakening this weekend. I've cried, I've wept, but I mean, I was distraught. But sometimes that's why I think we get so upset when we've thought we've really loved somebody. And I know there's a few people on here I've been speaking to, and, you know, you're distraught when they leave you. You know, especially if you've got kids to them or whatever, they leave you and you're so distraught. But I think from being emotionally really upset and distraught, it wakes you up. It does wake you up. Because the things I've been learning about this weekend, what's going on in the world, a bit like the Matrix, it woke me up to reality big time, and I was so upset with me, my family, my friends, you lot, the world basically, humanity, that's what I'm trying to say, not you lot, everyone, humanity, the way it's gone. But I'm sure with a lot of love, when we start to evolve, this will come back properly to the way it's supposed to be. You know, when we have elections and things like that, or whatever goes on in the world, people speak. But the words aren't always put into action. So it's action we need to see. It's not words. But the words have meaning if you're doing the action, if you know what I mean. So it's not like, oh, I hate this word love now. If someone says they love me, I don't like it. It's like, yeah, if it's got proper meaning behind it, but you've actually seen the actions throughout your life, because we're talking about relationships, the actions throughout your life with that person, then that's fine. But if someone's throwing the word about quite easily because they think, oh, well, if I say that to her or him, it puts you in a false security because you think, oh, they love me because they've said it. Yeah, but are they showing you the actions? Are they showing you the actions? If they're not showing you the actions, the actions don't have to be every day, but I'm just saying if they're not showing you the actions, then you know, especially if you're giving them the action, sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? The action back, but I mean, as in, like I said, I always come up with something tough. If your partner was ill, so if it was me, my action to that would be, oh, you know, go make you a cup of tea, put some soup on for you, it'll make you feel better, you know, say them words, but do the action with it, not calling someone and saying, oh, you're not ill, you're just pretending, oh, what is it, it's only the flu, well, oh, you're just being a drama queen or whatever they come out with, because them words make you go back in yourself, and that isn't a loving thing to say to somebody. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and say that. I had to come and get it out of my system, but it's just, I can't say it's mad when people say it's a coincidence, but everything I'm looking at, I'm reading, I'll put on YouTube, and before I've thought about it, someone's doing a video and then they'll say that word like this. I thought this last night. To my knowledge, I've not seen it anywhere. Not last night, the night before. And I thought, oh yeah, what if things are backwards and upside down sometimes and inside out, and we don't really know what the truth is, and we get told some things and sometimes it's the complete opposite of what they're saying. Like, this isn't good for you. Then you find out the thing they said wasn't good for you was good for you. So it's a bit like, well, maybe look into it, you know, because love, the other way around, is evolve, which to me sounds like evolve. So I am evolving with my love. I am evolving now, so I can see what proper love is. So when I want to get back into that state of wanting to get back with somebody, now I do definitely know what to look for. It's the essence of somebody inside that I want to spend the rest of my days with, on the same level as me, because it ain't going to work if they're not on the same level as me, because I've proven that going for people that I think, oh, maybe the opposite attracts. Maybe sometimes it does with some people, but the opposites attract. But I've never got anywhere with anyone like that, so I've learned a lesson. Oh, I do deserve to be happy. Yeah, I didn't think I did, only because someone told me with their words that I wasn't worthy of anything really. I think that's what they were saying to me. Which that is just somebody reflecting their true self of them on me. It's because they weren't happy, so they had to put it on me to make me feel unhappy, which obviously with words, it did. But as I said, I've been on my path. I've just woke up to a lot of stuff and, you know, realise, you know, exactly, Dragon Lady, love is misplaced with materialistic things because it's the greed of the world. Lust and greed will not get you anywhere in the end. It's not about that. That's what people think if they're not buying this. It's like some girls, some men that get with, you know, some girls that get, I don't mean all of them, I'm just saying as an example, some women who, you know, you think, why are they with them? Or they've got loads of money, she's with him, or he's with her because she's got loads of money. When that money goes, or they've lost that money, that person walks because they're only lusting after selfish, yeah, they're only lusting after what that person can give them, not what they can give them and they can give them, but not in the material sense. And once that money's gone, whatever they're getting, they've moved on to the next person they want to get. And it's like, that's why it's hard sometimes when all these big celebrities, these people with loads of money, probably get sad because once they've got that money, a lot of money, you know, a lot of money, don't know what to do with it. people start coming out the woodworks. In fact, you've seen it in things before. Families started coming out the woodwork they didn't even know they had. You know, they're getting agents, this, that, and the other, do this, do that, pay that, because they all want a slice of what they've got. They can't go anywhere. Because to tell the truth, I'd never want to be a celebrity. They can't go anywhere for, you know, everyone. They're not free, basically. They're not free to do the things they did before. So it's like, say, be careful what you wish for. You want enough money to live your life comfortably and, you know, go on little holidays and feed yourself and pay your rent. But you don't need loads of money where you don't actually know what you want to do with it, because it's a bit like, and then you're wondering if your family, if the ones that have come out the woodwork actually want to be around you because it's for you, or is it for your money? These new friends have come into your life partying with you and all this. Is it because what you're giving them? What, do you know what I mean? You don't know if they're really your friends. That's why I think some of them, when they lose the money, everyone disappears. There's nobody around them. They're like, who actually loved me? Did they just love what I had, as in materialistic wise? So, yeah, that's a lesson for today. I don't know what I'm waffling on about. I've wrote it down again and I just don't look at what I'm writing. But I've realised as well that I start thinking now I'm writing and it all just pours out and it makes so much sense to me. And at the end of the day, it doesn't have to make any sense to anyone here. I know it does make sense to some people, but at the end of the day, I do this because I love doing it. And I love doing it, as you can tell, because my action comes into it, because I come on and show you and talk about it. And I don't care if nobody likes it or somebody does or somebody doesn't, because it's just what I want to do, you know. And the people that watch, and the people that don't sort of all come on to watch or whatever they do, you know, hate, and that's up to them, because that's a reflection of themselves. So that was a chat for today. I think I'm going to do another one because then something else popped in my head, just all these thoughts. I think it was about, what was it about? Talking about essence. I think I was going to talk about essence as in how we try to express ourselves. Expression. I'm going to write this down so I remember. See, people used to say, hence the name Dolly Daydream, when I was younger, because that is a nickname, Dolly Daydream, like, oh, show's got a head in the clouds. People used to think, you know, and I laughed about it, because you can laugh at yourself, and this is going to be in it, the expression thing as well, is about never growing up, is, because that's what we're told to do, is, oh, she's dafter, you know, she's stupid, she's off with fairies, oh, she's got her head in the clouds. Do you know what? I'm glad my head's been in the clouds. Since a little girl, my head's been in the clouds. It's never been out the clouds. It's still in the clouds, but I'm glad it's there, because when people do wake up, they're going to wish their head was there a lot sooner. But I'll talk about that again in one of my next chats, about like how we try to express our, I was going to say incense then, our inner selves, our essence, our soul, our whatever you want to call it. But yeah, and the good thing is, I'm remembering I'm starting to dream again, which is a really good thing, because I know sometimes you say, I think we dream, but don't remember. I'm starting to dream again, which is good. Dolly Daydream. But yeah, I hope that was a good chat, and anyone from over the pond, thanks for watching, because I saw I popped in on Christians before. I try to pop in and out of people, especially when it's obviously over the pond and stuff. Has the BAFTAs been on? Not the BAFTAs, the Oscars, because I wasn't watching it over here when it came on. But yeah, so I'd like to say hi to everyone over there and everyone over here. Anyone who's new, you probably think I'm bonkers, but there's going to be new things coming, I think. I've finally sort of know why I've come on this channel. Thanks, Christian. When I first came on this channel, I really didn't know what I was doing. I still don't really know what I'm doing, as in, I didn't even know where the camera was when I first came on. If you look back at my very first video when I had short hair, and I was trying to do things called Positive Wednesday and Witchy Ways, and it was all positive. Even if someone doesn't like that name, it was all positive. I still want to take... The snow's gone, but they reckon it's coming back. But I'm hoping it's going to be all right this weekend, because I do want to take Finn to... I do want to take Finn to go and get some pebbles, because he loves collecting pebbles anyway. I'm really rubbish with these plants at the minute, but I did have this on it, even though they look like they're dying. Love, which they have grown like massive. But bye, Dragon Lady. To do some more pebbles, but I think because I did the message dropping where you write messages and leave them about for people to find, I give the last one to my mum and told her to leave it on the train seat on the way home when she went home yesterday. She was like, where do we leave it? I said, just stick it in between the seats so someone picks it up and it's got a message of positivity on it. Now I'm thinking, right, well, if I did pebbles, you can paint a picture on and write something on the back, and then maybe gloss it with some glue so if it rains it doesn't come off. And then I think I want to do some pebble dropping now, because Finn would be able to find some to paint. We can paint them, I can do it, and then like Easter eggs he can go and put them out. Maybe we could do that for an Easter thing instead of an Easter, go and put some positivity pebbles out there. Yeah, I do now and again, Christian. I get I don't know if I've got one about so let me see if I've got one. Might have one lying about somewhere. No, I definitely give it to my mum. It's just a piece of paper. If you've got kids, they can put stickers on. You write a positive message, fold it up. Because it's been raining a lot over it. Obviously, if it's inside somewhere, it's fine. Shopping centres or wherever, and just fold it up and you put it somewhere. You don't let anyone see you doing it, but you just put it somewhere so it's like poking out so someone can see it, and then they're going to get a nice message, because, like I said, you don't know how someone's feeling in that day. They're going to know that there are people, in humanity who actually care and want to send a positive message about. That's what it's all about, getting people on that vibe of people do care, because we're, things that are going on in the news lately, things that are going to come out in the news, fighting and everything. It's just, we need to show people that people do care. So another way you can do it is, it can change somebody's whole day. So, and in your head, someone's found that somewhere, you don't know who it is. So you can do it with pebbles. You can, if you've got kids or whatever, if you're going out for a walk near a stream, you can get big pebbles. You can paint on them and then write on the other side a little message or just love or something, or I don't know. And then you can get your kids to drop them off in the park somewhere, or somewhere where they're going to be seen, obviously. Oh, thank you. Thanks. And get your kids to drop them off. You could do it at Easter, because as well as Easter egg hunting, you could drop some pebbles about for people to find. I know this has been going on in different parts of the world and the country where people are doing this. Like, people are painting little nice pictures on, and then you can write words on. You don't have to be good at art. You can just write the words on, and maybe where you went for the walk, you can replace them back in. So someone's going to spot your little positivity pebbles, we'll call them. So that's another way of spreading some love in the world. So so thanks for watching. I'm going to go now because I've got a bit to tidy up, and I'll have to think about my next chat. But just think about it, love, and that. It's nice to say it, but actions is better than words, I'd say. Thank you. Nice chatting with you all, whoever's here, and everyone who's on chat. And I'll see you soon. Bye.